Okay, now that we've reviewed how to build massive biceps to burst the sleeves of your t-shirt, let's look at balancing out that with massive triceps. We're going to start with the close grip bench press, pyramiding up the weight with each of 5 sets, 10 reps, 10 reps, then 8, then 6, then 6. Hey, you want mass, right? All right, then the next exercise is the bench dip, where we'll do 3 sets of perfectly executed reps, 10 each. Then we'll demonstrate the seated easy bar French press, 3 sets, pyramiding down each set with 6 reps at first, then 8, then 10. Push yourself. Start heavy whenever you pyramid down, as you will with the 4th exercise, the rope press down, where we'll do 3 sets at 8 reps, then 10 reps again, or until failure. The close grip bench press is an excellent mass-building compound exercise for the beginning of your triceps workout. Move through these reps when you're fresh and you can handle a little bit more weight before your triceps are fatigued with isolation exercises. The key here is to slide your hands inward a bit and grip the bar with your hands narrower than shoulder width apart. Find a comfortable spot where you can balance the bar with certainty and not overcompensate with the rest of your body. Begin by lying on your bench press station with your head, shoulders, and glutes resting on the bench, and a slight arch in your lumbar spine. The barbell should be racked above you and an accessible height directly above your head. If you don't have access to a rack, have your spotter give you a lift off. Grabbing the bar, palms up, press it up to release it, and lock your arms directly above your chest. This is your starting position. Inhale slightly more than usual and hold your breath as you lower the bar to your chest. As you come close to touching your pecs, reverse direction decisively and press the bar back up. Do not stop or pause in the bottom position because that will bring in your pecs more than you want, but that doesn't mean you bounce off your chest either. Push steadily upward and, as you reach the top, exhale and lock your elbows. Pause a moment at the extended position before beginning your next rep. Continue at a moderate rate of speed, remembering not to arch your back with each lift. If you find yourself arching, lighten up on your weights. With strict form, keeping your elbows close to your sides during both ascent and descent, this will be a great mass builder for you, so watch the elbows, the back, and the width of your grip, and you'll be on your way. The bench dip is one of the few compound exercises that's known for its pump as much as its growth stimulation. Your pecs and anterior deltoids will contract strongly at the beginning of the up phase, but if you keep your elbows pointed back and close to your body, your triceps will be doing the majority of the work. Start by placing 2 benches parallel to each other about 2.5 or 3 feet apart. Sit like this on the middle of one bench, placing your hands by your hips, fingers cupping the edge of the bench, and your elbows pointing directly rearward. Now support your body on straight arms and place your feet onto the other bench. Inhale as you bend your elbows to slowly lower your upper body between the benches until you feel a stretch in your triceps and shoulder joints. After you reach the bottom position, hold your breath and push yourself upward until your arms are fully extended. You can lock your elbows if you want here, as long as you don't overextend. Exhale at this position. When you get to the top, pause for a second, then slowly lower yourself and work methodically through your reps. You want to keep your eyes and focus directly forward throughout this exercise. Some performance tips on this. If you're a beginner, or if you've never done this exercise before, keep your range of motion short before gradually increasing the depth of your dip. Work into it. For those who want extra resistance as their practice develops, have a partner place a weight plate on your thighs. But if you're going to double or triple up on plates, make sure that your partner hangs on to them to prevent them from slipping and helps take them off at the end of each set. Here we've got another excellent triceps movement, and I'm going to give you a rule to emblazon into your mind throughout this exercise. Keep your elbows stationary and pointed toward the ceiling at all times. Straddle your exercise bench with your feet flat on the floor. Grasping your barbell, keep your torso erect and your eyes looking directly forward. Bend your elbows and raise your arms overhead, allowing your forearm and the bar to hang down behind your head so your elbows point where? Were you listening? That's right, directly upward toward the ceiling. Now, inhale slightly more than usual. Hold that breath during the up phase, and keeping your upper arms stationary, press the bar upward until your arms are fully extended. Your little fingers should point forward, ensuring that you are using a neutral grip. Remember not to round your back or lean forward, which decreases the impact of the exercise, as well as it puts excessive stress on your vertebra and shoulder joints. When you hit the peak point in the movement, lock your arms for an even stronger contraction of the triceps, though always be careful not to overextend your joints. And, have I mentioned this? Keep your elbows pointed toward the ceiling the whole time. Now let's head back to the gym and see how the rope press down is done. With the rope press down, you can really pack on the mass if you isolate your triceps with immaculate form. Stand in front of a high cable pulley and grasp the rope attachment with a neutral or palms in grip. Your feet should be parallel, or if you want, one foot can be slightly in front of the other. Lean forward from the waist to more than about 10 to 15 degrees and position your elbows slightly in front of your body with your hands at approximately shoulder height. Take note, the slight forward position of your elbows is key to this exercise. Keeping your elbows at your sides and your upper arms and torso motionless, inhale slightly more than usual and hold your breath as you push down with your hands. If you want to get a little extra contraction out of your triceps, twist your palms fully downward as you execute the press down. You'll feel the difference, especially as you pass the 90-degree position. Push those palms down, pulling the ropes apart slightly as you reach the bottom. Straighten your arms fully, then exhale as you return to the initial position under control where your forearms are just past parallel to the floor. Keep a firm grip through the movement so that your hands and forearms remain in a straight line at all times. To pull maximum efficiency here, remember to maintain a motionless torso and motionless upper arm position at all times during the execution, both on the push down and the ascent back up. With these next three exercises, we focus on defining your triceps rather than adding mass. We'll begin with the lying French press, where we'll pyramid up the weight during each of 4 sets, 12 reps twice, then 10, then 8 reps. Next, we'll go through the dumbbell kickback, 2 sets of 15 with the same weight both times. Then we'll round out the program with 2 sets of the reverse grip press down with moderately heavy weight. Again, as this is the finisher exercise, take this one to high rep failure. The French press is sometimes called the lying triceps extension and sometimes the nose busters, but you won't break anything if you follow strict form and use a spotter. This exercise is probably one of the best ways to create mass-building contractions of the hard-to-develop long head of the triceps, running right here. To begin, lie face up on a flat bench with your feet squarely on the floor, not up on the bench. Grasp an easy bar or barbell with the palms up, shoulder-width grip. Fully extend your arms upward above your chest, then move them to about a 45-degree angle toward your head. This starting position stretches your triceps. You should feel this tension throughout the entire exercise. If you don't, that means you're moving your elbows around. So stay aware of the constant tension in order to monitor your form. Now inhale slightly more than usual and hold your breath. Keeping your upper arms in place, lower the weight until you reach a 90-degree angle in your elbows. Perfect. Now raise the weight under control, extending your forearms and squeezing hard at the top. Quickly exhale, then inhale again and go into your reps. A couple of tips. Use a weight that's light enough for you to maintain proper arm position. This is especially important at the end of the movement, where you want to fully extend your arms to maximally shorten and tense all heads of the tricep, especially the long head. Also, we suggest you have a spotter for safety. Like every exercise we are giving you in this series, form, focus, and full motion. Make every millimeter of every movement count. When you watch a segment included on each of these programs on the 27 Weider principles, you'll see just how important it is to vary your workouts, to attack your muscles from different angles with a variety of different approaches. The dumbbell kickback is a way to do just that and work your triceps from a different angle to stimulate new growth. As always, to get maximum effectiveness, you're going to have to give maximum attention to strict form. That means avoiding the temptation to let momentum take over. Okay, let's begin. Place your inside hand on your exercise bench to support your upper body. Your arm should be straight and directly below your shoulder. Bring your inside leg forward and move your outside leg back so you can bend over from your hips and bring your torso into a horizontal position. Grasp a dumbbell in your outside hand using a neutral grip with your thumb side of your hand forward. Keep your upper arm parallel with your body or slightly above. Bend your elbows so your forearm is vertical. Inhale slightly more than usual and hold your breath to stabilize your torso as you now straighten your elbow while keeping your upper arm in place. In the top position, your extended arm should be in line with your torso or slightly above. Exhale here as you reach the top of the lift. Hold this peak contraction for a moment, then slowly return to the start position under complete control without swinging the dumbbell. That goes for the up motion as well. Be sure you avoid any swinging movement as you transition from the down motion. That's the basic movement, but be careful. There are lots of ways to diminish the effectiveness of the kickback exercise. As I said, don't let momentum take over. Don't swing the weights. Also, you need to keep your torso stabilized and in a horizontal position. If you let your body angle up with your shoulders higher than your hips, you'll end up using momentum to raise the weights, whether you like it or not. Another thing, since a kickback involves all three heads of the triceps, you've got to achieve the full range of motion the exercise offers. That means don't overdo the weight. Make sure you fully extend your elbow and raise your arm slightly above the level of your back. Don't twist on the lift. Use only your arm, not your shoulder, to raise the dumbbell. Now let's head over to the gym one last time for triceps and see exactly how the reverse grip press down is done. This press down exercise is a great finisher for the triceps workout. Like any isolation exercise, you want to keep in mind some of the general rules we've talked about. Keeping your torso stable, no swaying, no arching, no bending. You want all your movement coming from the flexion and extension of your elbow. Nowhere else. Start by standing sideways in front of a cable machine so that your working arm lines up with the upper pulley cable. Position the leg farthest from the pulley, slightly in front of the other. If you're working the right arm, your left foot should be slightly out in front of your right foot. Grasp the cable handle with a palms up grip. Your starting position is complete when you pin your elbow firmly at your side and keep your upper arm in line with the side of your body. Now inhale and hold your breath as you pull down, squeezing your triceps to pull the handle down. Keep that working elbow pinned there at the side of your body. Right in there nice and tight. Don't let it move. Push down until your arm is completely extended and hold the contraction for 1 to 2 seconds. Exhale, under control, lower the weight now until you return to the starting position, which should be with your forearm only slightly above parallel to the ground. Don't let the handle come up to your chin or anything like that. Complete a set with one arm, then turn around and repeat with the opposite arm. A couple of performance tips. Keep your working hand in line with that forearm through the exercise. The wrist should never flex or extend. Keep your abs tight throughout and allow your spine to maintain its natural curvature. Finally, this exercise puts a bit of pressure on the thumb. If it's uncomfortable, back off on the weight. There are 3 crucial, non-optional steps you must do to wrap up your workout. Warm down, stretch, and replenish. I don't consider these as part of a post-workout routine because every serious trainer knows that these elements are as essential to your program as any lift, crunch, or pull down. When you're finished with your workout, move into a 5-minute, low-intensity aerobic exercise. Hit your bike, the treadmill, or whatever suits you best, but keep your heart rate under 100 beats per minute. This allows your metabolism to slow gradually and your body to recover in a controlled fashion. The second step of wrapping up your workout is to stretch the muscles you have just worked. For more detail on the importance of stretching, refer to the stretching pod at the end of this program. For now, remember that you should move through stretches with slow, deliberate, controlled movements with no bouncing or jerking. We know that the key to an effective stretching routine to get your body on its way to a healthy recovery is to target the muscles you've been working the hardest. Please review the stretch pod included at the end of this program for more details and benefits on the science of stretching. For now, let's concentrate on the biceps and triceps. For the triceps, we perform the overhead triceps stretch. Raise one arm overhead and rest your biceps against your ear. Bend your elbow so that your hand drops behind your head. With your other hand, grab the elbow of the bent arm, exhale, and slowly pull the elbow with gentle force, no jerking, behind your head. Hold steadily for 20 to 30 seconds. Don't forget, breathing and stretching is just as important as it is with lifting. Inhale deeply, and as you stretch, gently exhale and relax. For your biceps, stand with your back to a long pole or door frame or machine. Lifting one arm to shoulder height, internally rotate the shoulder, grasp the pole or frame, exhale and roll your biceps upwards. Keep your shoulders stable. When you feel the stretch, hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat for both arms at least twice. Replenish your body right after you're finished training. See the nutrition segment of this program for more information. Truly successful resistance training has as much to do with the power of your mind as it does with the size of your biceps. With all the insight and expertise our team has brought to you through this series, I want to make sure that one point is made loud and clear. Concentration means everything. Not just physically concentrating tension in your muscles, but mentally concentrating on technique, preparation, nutrition, and very importantly, on staying motivated. What motivates the most successful resistance trainers? You might think it's the kind of arms you see every month in Muscle and Fitness, or increased athletic skill, or weight loss, or improved metabolic health. Sure, all these things go a long way, but true motivation, the kind of motivation that will stay with you through the hard times when results aren't showing as fast as you'd like, comes from here. Every time you execute a curl or press, you should mentally be tracking every element of the movement. That means you're watching your breathing pattern, your technique, keeping your shoulders and back out of the lift. You're on guard against recruiting extraneous muscles, against throwing your body around to compensate for too much weight on the bar. It means you are concentrating on your arms as you work them. Imagine and visualize that they are exploding right through your skin as you fully extend and contract them throughout the full range of motion. Shut out all external influences and master your mental focus.